I would love to see you still. You're like a little roach. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the mic. Mike King here. This is part of the Mike King Radio Network, which is ESPN Rich 106.1, The Choice 105.3, as well as International Business Growth Radio. So what we do is we showcase and uplift the community, showcase RVA in a different way. So it is a big day here. Well, we have a lot of big days, but we did a light on friends and family come back, and they bring other cool people with them. Alrighty, so you see in the background, got my girl Jenni Kirby. She is Marion's finest. That's what. There you go. I got it right.
Marion, Virginia.
Marion, Virginia. There you go. There you go. And so we got my man, Mr. Goode, in the house. He is here. He is a celebrated author, and he is out there making a difference in the community. So come on in. Come on. Oh no. No, don't. We got the pastor in the house. Pastor Foot is in the house. Oh, he got his right-hand man with him, too. What's happening? All right. So, on the mic with Mike, we got Pastor Foot, WQC, and The Choice. That's my afternoon home there. All righty, so what are we doing here today? Right, so we got Jenni Kirby on our Crossroads Art Center. We got Mr. Goode here. He is a play coming up.
Yes.
All right, Jenni Kirby, really quickly, start us off. Tell us about Crossroads Art Center.
So Crossroads Art Center, corner of Staples Mill and Broad, 250 artists with 25,000 square feet. And we are going to be the host of Through Their Eyes with Raymond Goode. And that's going to happen on Saturday. But before that, on Friday, we are having our art opening from 5 until 8 at Crossroads Art Center, 2016 Staples Mill Road. And we are going to celebrate Black History Month, just a little early.
But we got to jump on it.
We're going to jump on it. And then throughout the month of February, every Sunday, we're going to be doing a program with Mending Walls that starts at 1 and goes until 3. So there's my plug for Crossroads.
Jenni Kirby, always on the front lines, making things happen. Crossroads Art Center, award winning. Okay, so we got a lot going on here, Mr. Goode. So you didn't roll in here solo. All right, really quickly, give your elevator pitch. I always say it's a business show, so tell folks who you are and what you do.
Through Their Eyes, I am director, playwright Raymond Goode. I have my stage production coming up. January 21st at Crossroads Art Center. It's called the Still Life Project, where the performers will come to life, and we're going to decorate the scenes where it's going to be a still life project. And when you're going to come in, it's going to be like ambience music, and it's going to be great.
All right, very quickly, give a plug to your books. You always rolling with the book.
I always do, but before I even go, because I wrote this down, because being at Crossroads Art Center means something to me.
Okay.
And so Jennifer.
Yes, sir.
He called you Jennifer. That's like
a horrible
government name.
You are a trailblazer. There are a lot of my theater colleagues that would not have given an opportunity to me in this production. You are a representation of the dream that the Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King dreamed of. Black and white kids playing together. You know what happens to those black and white kids? They grow up. And now you are representing us, and they start playing together and start creating art. You directly embody the dream that Martin Luther King embodies. In the days of slavery, your ancestors and forefathers would have provided a safe haven for the enslaved on their way to freedom. You are a friend of the movement, and we respect and show homage as a friend of the movement. I and the cast of Through Their Eyes, I internally
You're going to make me cry.
It's okay. Pastor Foot. It's almost time for it's an offering followed. Exactly.
So I wanted to say that first. I have a lot of my cast members in the house that's going to talk and tell about production. And
so now you didn't roll solo. You got Chloe Birch. She's going to come up and talk in a minute right there. And the other lady you have is
Miss Benita Claiborne. She's one of our official media personnel and sponsors of the show as well. So when you come into the show, which is a 6 p.m. and an 8 p.m. show, you'll see her walking around and taking pictures and stuff.
All righty. So that day, what's the day of the event?
January 21st, 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. show.
All righty. And let's talk about how this whole thing came about.
Did I call you or did you call me?
Go to each other.
We called each other.
It was a mutual connection. It was a mutual connection. I think I reached out to her about 2 years ago, and I think COVID came about, and she said as soon as COVID was over, like to reach back out to her, and I put her in my calendar to make sure that I realized that I reached back out to her. And as soon as I came back off a tour with my production, I came in and met her, and it was like the magic happened.
All right, Jenny, let's talk about you opening Crossroads. One of the things, so not only, opening Crossroads to the community, we, like I said, we also have Pastor Foote here of Faith and Love Church, who also opens up his church. Let's talk about what that means to you and why you do it.
So for Crossroads, I want everybody to think art is accessible, no matter your income, your ethnic background. It needs to be accessible to everyone. And I'm not just talking visual arts, I'm also talking performing arts. And this is my way of bringing performing arts tied in with visual arts to Crossroads as a setting. And it also allows me access into a community that I don't a lot of times get into. So this is also a nice marketing for Crossroads to the African-American artists and folks that are in Richmond to know that we're here and that we are welcoming.
Yeah, sometimes you're on the front lines of some stuff that could be touchy.
Mike has gotten me into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what are black dollars? Oh, okay. We're talking black dollars on conservative radio.
I think we did quite well with that.
We did, yes. So it was school was in session. But you're out there making a difference. Mr. Goode, let's talk about how you brought this whole thing together. What's happening on the 21st?
Well, I'm just coming off a tour for doing Through Their Eyes last year, and I wanted to do something we wanted to do something early for Black History Month, and just coming out of Martin Luther King's birthday. And the cast was very excited to move forward because we just did our production at Firehouse Theater with Joe Bass, and congratulations to Nathaniel Shaw for the merger and everything. Yeah, and this is what we wanted to bring. And this is only the second time that I've ever done a production like this. The first one I did was in San Antonio during Dream Week, probably about a year ago. So, and I call it, you don't have to go far to see a Broadway production. Like, this is the creativity. This brings all of the arts together. So, yeah.
Mr. Goode, you're a different character. You are. What is it? You go into a city and don't know anybody. Really? Is that how you do it? Yes. That's it. So you go there and doing it, and you start meeting people and telling your story.
Yes.
Yes. Talk about that. Takes a lot of guts, and sometimes people don't have that kind of nerve. Talk about what that means to go somewhere where nobody knows you and start talking up what you do.
I mean, it's always the fear factor is there, but I say just go say hello to someone, and then the conversation will go from there. Between the hello and the first couple of words that someone say, you're going to know if you want to be around that person or not be around that person, or if that person is for you or not. And cross, talk black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter. Just say hello, and the magic starts to happen from there. You don't know who you're going to meet.
When people come on to the event, what are they going to see? I mean, I'm from Philadelphia. I'm not real cultured. I don't know about a lot of, I don't know how a lot of things go. Explain what's going to happen when I show up.
So Through Their Eyes. Did I explain it already?
No, you didn't, sir. That's why we kind of.
Through Their
Ladies and
Eyes.
gentlemen, see, that's it. You didn't hear it.
I'm sorry.
Wait to figure out what it is. All right. Ready, so tell us what it is.
Through Their Eyes is based off of my book. Through Their Eyes, with every newspaper news story, a story that I heard personally, I put myself in the victim's shoes and I wrote their stories. My stage play, I've taken several other stories out of the book and put it on stage. There's a live band that performs between each monologue, and there's different artists who's painted pictures that correlate with the stories as well. What I'm doing now is, now that I have a collective of artists, of painters from across the US who's painted pictures, we're going to put them in the art gallery. And then we're going to set up the scene where maybe something traumatic happened. And then we're going to have the artist pose in front of it. So when you come in, there's a live art gallery going on, and you're walking around and you're taking pictures. And of course, when the show starts, doors open at 5:30, show starts at 6 sharp. When the show starts, then this monologue would come to life and take forth. And then there's like ambience music, or there's a dance that correlates with the monologue, and then another monologue will take forth. So it's going to be a collection of emotions and song and dance that bring us to this one emotional effect of a human being.
Mr. Good, your social media is blowing up. I'm sitting there looking at it, just, it's on fire. With smoke coming out of your phone? That's what I'm saying. Yes, Mike King here, part of the Mike King Radio Network. Jenni Kirby, Raymond Goode is here. Alrighty, so we're gonna meet some of the other folks.
Yes.
Alrighty, so
let's bring up. That's I could not dare give them the one vote for one.
Well,
they roll like a team.
Yes, they do.
They roll like a team.
So well, Pastor Foot. Hello. How you doing, sir?
I am doing excellent.
Yes,
always.
you are. Looking sharp as ever you are. Alrighty, so really quickly, let the folks know who you are.
Well, first of all, I'm Pastor Foots of Faith and Love Fellowship Church, also the owner of Choice Radio 105.3 FM here in Richmond, Virginia. And we're still doing some wonderful things. And
I've been there for a while.
amen.
I've been
You know
derelict.
that.
I've been derelict in my duties. Yes, sir.
Praise God.
Alrighty, so Faith and Love Church, WQC and the Choice. Really quickly, when you ever, all right, so you always drop some words of wisdom on me. You do. And you do it like you say, you ain't worried about the people in the pews, you go out there and talk to the people. You're a man of the people. And so let's talk about where we are today. Give us some uplifting words, Pastor.
Well, I think it's an interesting time and season that we are in now, because I think there is a lot of paradigm shift taking place in the universe as far as ethnicity, people coming together in so many ways. But I always say, when Mike chose me, and Deacon Christian, we were, he saw a play that we were part of at our church called Nativity. And he said, hi, I would like for you to join us in our event. And I said, man, I'm not an actor, and I still say that, but
It's not an actor. But you can work there, you can stage and in the pulpit. You understand what time it is.
listen, I'm a New Yorker.
Yes, you are, yeah.
I lived there 30 years. I seen the good, bad, and ugly, so I know what's up.
You understand.
But the thing about it, I've always understood something very important, that we live in a society that it's not, we have to understand it's not how perfect, how good we are. See, what happens in society is you never face your strength until you understand your weakness.
Mm.
So I see it in terms of everything that you do in life. It allows us to be better stewards in the kingdom of God and greater at being able to minister to people, because people are hurting. You live in a society today, then people look good on the outside, but
we talked about that before.
True.
But Pastor, how you doing? And you said people be
right, and it's still true. People may have resources, they're financially in good condition, they got fine home, but man, they're broken, busted, and disgusted, and they still need somebody like me to encourage their spirit, to help keep their homes and relationships together.
Let's talk about your right hand right there. Now, I see him around the church. He do a little bit of everything.
Well, I'm going to let him speak for himself.
Well, anyway, I'm Deacon Marshall Crenshaw. I'm excited about this presentation on Saturday. It's quite a contrast for me, because less than a month ago, I was in a nativity scene where I was King Herod.
So wait a minute, you went from King Herod to who are you this time?
I'm a disgruntled slave.
Oh, man. You didn't want to know.
Went from the master and dog down to the woods. So the roles have reversed.
Thank you.
A short time, you didn't win
Oh,
short time, you didn't win a long way. You didn't fell some real hard time. Raymond Good showed up and now he used to be the king.
that was sweet, right?
Exactly. Well, okay. So, Pastor, I talked to Jenny about, sometimes person may not think that an art center sometimes can break the mold and be on the forefront. You were church and that almost, when you told me you guys had a nightclub, I was done.
Absolutely.
I was done.
Well, we had it was a Christian nightclub.
But a nightclub is a nightclub.
But a nightclub is a nightclub. They still come with the same mentality. But I found that I really found out that in my walk with God and my anointing on my life, it doesn't matter where you are, God's spirit is everywhere. He is omnipresent, omnipotent. And so we were just in Jersey last week. I had to funeralize my sister, but it was such a celebration till it was a reunion and over 6 people got saved there. So it doesn't matter what the occasion may be. It's all about what God's want to do when we are real. See, God can work through you when you're real, but God can't deal with no counterfeit.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Pastor Foot, WQCN, the Choice, Faith, and Love down there on Belt Boulevard. It's the campus. All righty, Pastor, we got to talk as soon as we're done. Chloe Birch is coming up next. And Pastor, tell everyone I said hello. We will be back soon.
Okay, God bless you.
Chloe Birch in here rocking a trench coat, looking like a stylist and all that. All right. I always say it is a business show. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I am Chloe Birch. I am a makeup artist, hairstylist to the stars as well. I am the owner of Chloe's Customs Cosmetics and Translations Productions.
Alrighty. Everybody has a dream. Everybody got a dream. How do you take that dream and make it a reality?
Just by simply doing it. Getting out there, not being scared of achieving what it is that you set for yourself. Majority of the time, people get lost in where to start, when majority of the time you just need to start, and that plays out. So you were always the person, you always had that eye to make something look good? Yes, okay. Pretty much everything that I've said that I was going to accomplish so far, I've done. So I'm excited about that. Okay, what's the one that comes easiest? Hair, styling, or it's just all in everything all wrapped up? Makeup comes easiest. Makeup comes easiest? It comes easiest for me. How about men? Can you well, why are you laughing? That's what I'm saying.
Can you bling out, Mike?
So thinking, I'm trying to get my little, I want to do the slave part, that might be kind of a lot of work. I might be able to do the king part, because I might not have to do too much. Exactly. All righty, so so the makeup comes easiest. How do you know, like, the right touch, like, for a person? When you look them, do you know right off the bat, or a lot of times it is, so you're gonna get somebody smoky eye? See, see, that's a technical term. I heard that. Yeah. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's certain makeup for certain times. It really depends on the story in which I'm given. And I just use my creativity to create whatever it is that they ask me to portray. Were you always the creative one? Yes. Okay. Was your family creative? Yes, I have a very. Oh, okay. So that was easy. So y'all understand each other. Yes, yeah, my son was a creative. If you're not a creative, you're hard to deal with. Ooh, yeah. And I'm an Aquarius. So that's more. So my wife is an Aquarius, and both my sons are Aquarius. I'm a Capricorn. Y'all, exactly. That you said older than me? Exactly. So, man, y'all are something. Y'all are something. And up in the middle of the night, figuring out the troubles of the world, you guys and with our next and fixing stuff. Y'all some fixers. All right, so shout out to all the Aquarius. How did we get on the zodiac sign? Just because you said something about being difficult.
What kind of makeup are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. This isn't a typical radio. You didn't know what you were getting into, did you? No, I didn't. No. People show up here, they have no clue the shenanigans that go on here. So on the mic, Mike King. This is ESPN Richmond, 106.1. Mr. Goode is here. So Mr. Goode, come on back in and give us some more information about the event. Because Chloe Birch is you're making people up?
Yes, I'm one of the makeup artists for the show.
Okay, all right, Mr. Good, come on, let's give us some more information. How'd you get together with Pastor Foot?
It was a blessing. I kind of want.
You know what, exactly right, that's how I hooked up with him. One day, I used to see him on TV. And next thing you know, I showed up on Bell Boulevard. They think they got rid of me, but they did. Yeah, I gotta get some stuff right, but yeah, you thought you got rid of me, but they did not.
Oh, I know.
Well, really quick. You got a quick second?
Yeah, it's your time, man, go ahead.
I want Chloe to kind of tell about the kind of makeup that she's going to be.
That's what I was supposed to ask.
Well, I'll be getting into a little bit of special effects on one of the slaves that it is. I'll be doing their backs to showcase the whips and things that they had to go through life. So I'm excited about that because it's something that I don't get to show in my artistry a lot. Typically, people think that makeup is just about the face and the skin and upper body, but it's so much deeper. Skin types, illusions, everything comes with it. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
That's gonna be good.
So, so the cast members a couple of the cast members couldn't be here. So I made them take pictures of their body parts so I could sit into it, so she could see it and.
Not those body parts.
See, everything. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's a co-worker at his job to do it, but I mean,
Mr. Good, you said, that's when you know you got people down. When you really go to your coworker, or at break. Could you take this picture of me? I don't know you like that. Hey, Bob, can you go ahead and take this? No, Mike, I'm not going to.
I said this for the arts, and I met Chloe just very recently, and she was so excited to come on board and be a part of it and just be in the ambience of it. And I said, hey, let's do it. So I am happy that you're on board.
All righty, good enough. Thank you. All right, Chloe. All right, so Ms. Claiborne, you want to come on in here? I know you are working that iPad thing there.
You gotta get your 15 minutes of fame.
And talk about what you do.
All right, I'm on my way over here
Yes,
with Mike
yeah.
on the mic with
Mike,
Mike.
yeah. He was saying, how'd you come up with the name of the show? I said, because it's from a movie Bad Boy. And they said, why you like, hey, you're on the mic with Mike. All righty.
Yeah.
So here, I'm here.
You good?
Yeah,
I'm here. All righty, so where are you at? Oh. Okay, so we go over here.
Uh-huh.
All right, hey, you want to prop that up? Hey, you can use that. Oh, we breaking up stuff.
She rolling. Let her. Dang.
I don't have the kind of views y'all have, but at least somebody can look at it.
We licking it.
There you go.
All right, that'll work. I'm
All
good.
right, so Blossom Rogers, hello, and Pamela Sharp. Thank you. You can't see it. There I am. All right, so real quickly, you do a lot. You do a lot. Tell the folks who you are and what you do.
Okay, my name is, let me just stand up. I do better when I'm standing. My name is Benita Claiborne, called Miss B. Otherwise, I am the CEO of two podcast networks, Storm Talk 365 and Storm Radio 24/7. I've just celebrated my 7th year anniversary. I am now a host on TV of the Preach the Word Worldwide Network every Friday morning at 9 a.m. And also on The Flow, I have a 1 o'clock show that comes on Sundays that talks about the issues of men called Brunch with Miss B.
Hold on a second. What kind of, you men got issues? All right, Miss B, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You got it, Miss B.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Exactly.
and that is why we have a show. But that being said, yes, I have a show that comes on at Sundays at 1 p.m. Issues of Men. We talk about it. It's in honor of Chris Allen. He recently transitioned. He was with me for a couple of years. He had a show I hosted with him every Wednesday at 1
The big
p.m.
tall guy.
The big tall guy. He
He's
was my son. My son, that's right. And he transitioned suddenly from a car accident. And every Wednesday at 7 p.m., we used to have a show called Issues of Men. He created it. And in his honor, I am doing a brunch with Ms. B to talk to men about issues they rarely talk about. That was something that I was determined to do in his honor. So again, I've been out here for 7 years and Chris was with me for 4. The other thing that I am blessed to do, I don't know if you saw the other videos or if you're on his page, but I've been honored to, I'm going to say, participate in the production of this event that's coming up at the Crossroads this Saturday. It's a still life representation of stories that he collected through the eyes of other people, and now he's putting it on the road, and we are in Richmond. And I'm excited to be able to do the lives and do still photos and interviews. I do interviews. I'm a host of different types of events. I have done MCs for fashion shows, and I've done a lot. So if you want anything done social media wise, just look me up, Positively Miss B, on all social media.
I want to be like you. I'm saying. Miss B. All right, so Miss B, really quickly, people want to break into, how do you get to be successful at doing what you do? The whole social media thing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like social media. I don't, but I can tell you how to be successful. And for me, as a woman of faith, and as someone already said, you got to believe in what you do and go after it. They were talking about him, how he used to knock on doors in the projects to get people to buy his books. How bad do you want it? As for me, I can tell you, if you're interested in podcasting, especially now in this generation, everything is digital. Come up with a topic. Self-study. You don't have to pay to learn how to be a podcaster. I'm self-taught. I'm 67 years old.
Go ahead, yeah.
Everything I learned, I taught myself, and just get the right equipment, target your audience, and study your craft. Just like anything else, you have to study. But I just want to say, you don't have to pay through your arm, through your nose, through your leg to learn how to be a podcaster. There's too many free, I guess you say, websites out there. But as far as the social media is concerned, I will say that I have been honestly interested in being a guest on your show for many a time. And I said, I don't have anything to say. Mike King put me on that show. But that
You got a story.
But that being said, everybody has a story. And Mike King, I would like to give him a plug. If you have a story, reach out to him. He'd be glad to share it with you.
Yeah, you're gonna start crying. We ain't gonna be crying up in here now. Telling you, we're not. So, all right, so Miss B, how can people find you?
Again, you can find me on all social media, Positively Miss B. You can email me at positivelymiss.b@gmail.com. You can find me on both of my, and that's another story. I have two Facebook pages, MS Bonita Claiborne or Bonita Claiborne. The first one was shut down because I won an award and somebody got jealous and reported me, and I lost my Facebook page for 6 months and had to start a new one. But
Bunch of
now
haters.
a bunch of haters. But now here I am 7 years later, and I'm on the Mike King show, and I'm honored with the opportunity to be a part of this play. I'm at the crossroads, and now I have a new makeup artist. Look.
All right. So for me, ladies and gentlemen, this is like old home. So I got Jenni Kirby in here, crossroads director. Pastor Foot is here as well. Raymond Goode, we go back. So Chloe Birch, we just met her, and Miss B. You know, shout out to all the folks who this is why we do what we do. This is why it's like nothing else right here. Mr. Goode, really quickly, because I'm running out of battery power.
Yes,
You
sir.
better start talking fast, man.
Crossroads Art Center, January 21st. Address
2016 Staples Mill Road.
Right behind the Krispy Kreme donut.
right behind the Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme donut. There are 2 showings. There's a 6 p.m. showing and an 8 p.m. showing. Get there early. Get there for the 6. Go out, pay again, stay for the 8.
Mr. Goode, he said it. All right, one Michael Mike, ESPN Richmond, 2025.3. Pastor Foot, Jenni Kirby. We got to run. As always say, make sure you take a listen to our sponsors and advertisers, because the microphone ain't free. Plus, my grandkids need stuff. So we got to go. Ladies and gentlemen, take care. Thanks. Now, bye.